Hey, I miss you. No, that isn't right. Why didn't you think to call me? A lot has happened this past month. I want to tell you about it. The date was February 6th, 2020. The time was 10:37 p.m., exactly 23 minutes until the stranger's usual arrival time. The seventh day, a Thursday. I was beginning to wonder how and when this would end. Sorry, my wrist has been hurting again. I'm sure you remember how my wrist used to act up. You always knew how to make me forget about it. I really do miss you. It had begun 1 week prior, the previous Thursday. Someone, a neighbor I assumed, was standing out in the street, just under the streetlight. I just watched them at first, from a safe distance, of course. I never even thought of approaching. I watched from inside my room while the stranger watched back. It started to become a regular occurrence. Every night, they would stare at me and I would stare back. They always arrived as soon as the clock struck 11. They would never leave their spot until I woke up the following morning. I've never been able to see where they come from either. Even now, trying to figure it out baffles me. I've tried waiting by the window at 10:59 a few times, just before the time changed, but something always seemed to distract me so they could make their entrance. This specific day I'm writing about had a different feeling to it, one I still can't explain. It was the usual, them watching me watching back. Despite that, something about that day felt different. I was filled with a lot of anxiety and confusion. Because of this, I started to, panic. I began to ask myself, what was different? Who was outside? Why did I continue to let them watch me for a whole week? I needed to know what was going to happen to me. That night, the stranger left early and I haven't seen them since. I waited every night at the same spot and time for another week, hoping they would come back, but they didn't. Maybe that's why I'm writing this letter to you, because I'm alone again.